Hi there, and welcome to another Mojo Moment. We are going to use your imagination to burn some GCSE chemistry content on combustion and pollution into your long-term memory. Listen carefully and let your imagination run like wildfire. Right, let's get started. Fire! 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 The sound strikes fear into your heart, and from an atmospheric perspective, combustion is all bad news. This Mojo Moment is all about how combustion creates pollutants and what their effects are. As this is about combustion, let's start with one of the most impressive examples. You're standing in your wellies in a smelly yard of a farm. A car bomb goes off. Car bomb makes you think of carbon. The car bomb has blasted an ox high into the sky. And as you watch, the poor beast falls back to earth, landing safely in a haystack. He has been so shocked by the experience that his ox hide has gone completely white. You realise for the first time that car bombs dye ox hides. Hey, that sounds like carbon dioxide. The ox tries to crawl out of the haystack, but staggers, trips, and falls into a greenhouse and shatters every single pane of glass. So car bombs dye oxides, which is not good for the greenhouse. Through the shattered shell of the greenhouse slithers a huge poisonous viper. It flails its tail around, completely destroying the remaining greenhouse frame. It is beautiful, but terrifying to watch. You notice that it has a strange collection of warts on its back in the shape of the letter R. So the release of the wart R viper also has a bad impact on the greenhouse effect. The viper slithers menacingly towards you, tongue flicking at the air, poisonous fangs on display. You realise that you are seconds away from death when a Frenchman appears on his bicycle with his baguette, garlic, beret, etc., etc. And without realising what he's doing, he cycles straight over the neck of the viper, killing it on the spot. He looks at you, and at the burnt-out shell of the car, and at the ox with the dyed hide, and says, "This oxide is toxic, very poisonous, very dangerous." He takes the ox from you, saying, "This is now my oxide," or monoxide, as we say en France. Sounds like he's saying carbon monoxide is toxic to you. The Frenchman says, "I will help you clear up this mess." And before you can react, he has used his baguette to kill and skin the ox. Now, it's important to note that the ox did not suffer, and the process was completely in line with current EU rules on ox skinning. Within moments, he has put the fur on eBay and sold the fur to a knight in shining armour. Sold fur. Dyed ox hides. Ox hides of knights. Sounds like this sort of story you make up when you're on acid or other hallucinatory drugs. All very weird. But to sum it up, combustion products, sulfur dioxide and oxides of nitrogen, cause acid rain. The knight gallops up on his black steed, grabs his fur, and in the process accidentally knocks you to the ground. The fall completely knocks the wind out of you. You lie on the ground, struggling to breathe. So sulfur dioxide and oxides of nitrogen cause respiratory problems. You gradually recover your breath and find yourself lying on the ground staring up at the sky. Not surprisingly, following a nasty knock, you realise that you're seeing stars in front of your eyes. It's like the sky is full of particles. So many of them that they form a thick cloud above you, blocking out the sunlight and stopping it from reaching the earth. So, particulates cut out the sun. The Frenchman leans over you and looks into your eyes, saying, "It is okay. I am a doctor." He asks, "Are you seeing stars or particles dancing in your eyes?" You nod, and he says, "Particulates. They are very bad for your health." You realise that particulates cause health problems. And that's it. Everything you need to know about combustion and pollution in one wacky story. All the content you need is in the table on the screen now. Make sure you practice your recall of all this by using the worksheets on the site, and we'll be in touch with you when you need to review this video. But meanwhile, thanks for using your imagination.